Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Slight evening. Slight evening. Peace of blessings. It's your boy Jay Taylor. Back again. Back again. Back again. You know, on this it's very cloudy, light drizzle Saturday. But as the title says, bullies build character. And just trying to come up with some different conversations that we can have without, kind of tapping into, what's going on uh with the whole Austin and um Carmelo situation. I kind of I know I said in the last video that I'm not gonna touch on it. I'm kidding myself. I know I'm gonna touch on it. I just taking a brief break from it. But yeah, bullies build character because there's so many different angles that we can extract from that situation. And just in this country, knowing that everything we have survived, we have survived slavery in this nation. In this nation, we have survived a civil war. People have died. Going, one part of the country was up against the other part of the country, and brothers killed brothers, sisters. I mean, it was just imagine that the South against the North, the Confederate against the Republic, and we survived that. We survived the Jim Crow era. We survived the Great Depression. I mean, America is strong. We have endured two world wars. Remember when Pearl Harbor was attacked, by the Japanese. 9/11. We survived the Civil Rights Movement. Um, Americans. I'm proud to be an American. At one point, not so much. But as I'm getting older, I'm becoming more aware of my conservative values. A lot of things have been falling into place for me, on a psychological level. And it's a great awakening to know as a nation where we have survived and having more pride in who we are as Americans. I mean, we got our issues, but at the end of the day, this is a great, great, powerful nation. Right now, what's going on with another worldly powerful nation, China? We survived. We're showing our strength as a nation, our economical power up against a nation that has been taking full advantage of our trading policies, foreign trade. And now we're, in a position where we can kind of flex that muscle, and people are unpatriotic in that, saying that they stand with the other nation, which is insane. But nevertheless, you live in a country where you have that right to say that you stand with another nation. If you were in China and made that same talking point, you might get your hand chopped off. But in America, you have freedom of speech to express your stance, even with another nation. I say all that to say this. Um, bullies build character. I remember being a child, you know, in grammar school, kindergarten to be exact. And I had a bully, you know. Now my mother was a school teacher. And there was, you know, we were on the west side of Chicago at a very bad school. And my mother taught second grade or third grade at that very same school. I was in kindergarten, and there was this dude in my class. He had a horrible name. His name was Kanata. He just sounded like a bully, right? So, I mean, Kanata used to mess with me every day. And I knew they probably knew I wasn't from the west side of Chicago. Even at 5 years old, kids were territorial like that in Chicago. Like, oh, he must be from the south side. But be that as it may, I mean, Kanata used to trip me while I was walking, push me down, you know, just being a bully and laugh, you know, how the other kids laugh, you know. And I wasn't the only one, but, you know, we being new to school, and we not really being from over that way, 5 years old. I remember, you know, telling my mom, and I had an outburst one day in class, and I cursed at you know, the kids laughing or whatever. And the teacher, you know, told my mom, and my mom came and got me, took me to the bathroom, and rinsed my mouth out with soap. I was so mad because now you done got me in trouble with my mother because I went to cuss the boy out, but that was unacceptable because I did it in front of the teacher. See, that's a lost virtue, you know. We didn't cuss in front of adults and when I was growing up. But in any event, now I'm sick of this dude. You know what I'm saying? So we on the playground, and here comes Kanata, you know, messing with me again, pushing me and stuff. And I remember just getting so mad. As now, you know, you done got me in trouble with my mom and embarrassed me. He just standing there laughing, and I'm just like, I don't even remember swinging. Only thing I remember is closing my eyes. I felt some teeth on I don't even remember swinging. I just felt this mouth on my fist. And I remember opening my eyes because he was crying. Big Bad Kanata. I don't even know how to spell that name. But when I opened my eyes, he was crying uncontrollably with a busted nose. And I looked over and I seen my mama running down the steps into the play yard. And I'm thinking I'm in trouble again. But she grabbed Kanata and said, "You leave my son alone. You see what he did to you? Now you leave him alone." Right? Shaking him. So that taught me a valuable lesson. And that bully built character. Because my mama just snatched him up, took him in the office, and told me to continue playing, and he got in trouble. See, when we were taught to defend ourselves, a bully only represented, you know, fear. You scared of the bully. So you overcome your fear. So that bully built that up for you to stand up to him. You know what I'm saying? And that's a virtue I think we need to get back to. Because after that, I didn't have no more problems out of Kanata. And he wasn't my last bully. I had maybe 2 or 3 after that. You know, one when I was 7 or 8 years old. You know, and I had to, stand up to the bully once again. But see, now I'm thinking back in my mind when I was in kindergarten. So now I'm 8. I've been here before. You know, I didn't really like to fight, but if I had to, hey, I throw these hands. So had that bully, and I stood on business. I had to fight him a couple times, but it built character, right? It let me know, fear is an illusion. Once you face your fears, man, you be like, oh, this dude ain't so bad, or this situation ain't so bad. We survive. We are survivors, and I'm pretty sure majority people can relate to the story that I'm telling as far as bullies building character to face your fears. We didn't unalive the bully. We just stood up to the bully. You know, by the time I was in high school, I'm a sophomore, I can't really say a bully situation, but I guess, they call themselves wanting to try to, but it's like, hey, I ain't even waiting. I ain't 5 no more. I ain't 8 no more. I'm 15. We finna throw these hands. Because see, the prior situations that I've encountered people wanting to pick with me, I'm programmed now. I'm indoctrinated to standing up to a potential bully. And I hate bullies, but I love them because they build character. Right now, as a nation, we standing up to a bully, China. All we asking for is reciprocal treatment, reciprocal tariffs. But nah, they like, man, we want to keep y'all where y'all at so we can continue to take advantage of you. Oh, okay. Well, now we got to defend ourselves. Just like kindergarten. But see, as a nation, we get stronger. Because standing up to this bully, we got 125 other countries standing with us, saying we willing to fill the void that China is trying to destroy. So now we know how strong we are. Bullies build character. They test your strength. They actually build your strength. Now you know your fears were just an illusion, right? So I think the youth, instead of looking at bullies in a bad light, like I've always had that mentality, we bully the bullies. I think that we should look at it like the glass is not half empty but half full in that situation. Meaning, if your child come in and tell you, I got somebody bullying me, man, tell them like my parents told me, if you don't go back out there and face your bully, if you don't go back out there and basically face your fears, all you need is these 2 things right here that you ball up at the end of your wrist. to defend yourself. If they ain't got a weapon, what you need one for? You see, that bully is gonna help you build character, help you build strength. Because all through your life, you're gonna be faced. You're gonna have to face your fears. You're gonna have to face your fears, man. And a bully prepares you for that. So in essence, bullies build character. But drop it down in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Jay Taylor, Voices for the Voiceless. We love y'all. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon. All right, peace and blessings.